Hey, what's up everyone? Back here with another comic book review. Today I've got Immortal Hulk, issue 46. This was a great, really fun issue. I love this issue. Can't wait to review it for you. This is a recommend. If you haven't jumped on Immortal Hulk already, then I am about to spoil this for you. So I'm under the impression, I believe, I read that this series is ending at issue 50. So looks like Al Ewing, who's a great writer, he's got quite a bit of story left to tell. I'm kind of sad because it really picked back up in quality to me after it took a dip after issue 24 about, and then it got kind of galaxy brain for me, which Al Ewing can do, but then he brought it back for me, and it's been a lot of fun. Joe Bennett delivers every single issue when he does the art. It's amazing, and or incredible, I should say, or immortal in the context of this story. So, but I'm really glad that he is tying up the loose ends with this story. It kind of seems like he's not pulling any punches right now. Quote of this issue is, "Revenge is from the individual, punishment is from God." Victor Hugo, The Last Day of a Condemned Man. So, I'll make this fast. Pretty much Joe Bennett once again shows how much of a boss he is with this art. I really love it. Opens with Sasquatch's face. The detail, even though he's drawing this big Sasquatch monster, it's like you can tell exactly how he's feeling, which is sad. Just looking at him, I'm feeling sad just looking at him right there. You know, Doc Samson is in Sasquatch's body, Sasquatch is in Doc Samson's body, and he kind of wants his body back, so he's all super sadsies. And it also cleared up something I was confused about Rick Jones, and I didn't know if that was the leader or something, but that's Del Fry, the gamma irradiated guy, and their bodies were combining, causing them pain. So Shaman was here and helped ease the pain a little, and Rick Jones wants to go help the Hulk, so that's what they're going to do. Cuts back to New Jersey, and now that Joe is finally hulked out, he's not stuck in the puny Banner body anymore. He's kind of like the Red Hulk now, which is why he's got these red veins. He absorbs radiation, so he finally gets to let loose. And since he's Joe, he's going to fight with a little bit of smartassery in him. Ironclad is first up to bat, and he takes a couple swings at the Hulk. He goes down low and ducks his punch too slow, and then he catches the other punch. Then he just crunches his hand right there. I love the shift in the facial expressions once again in the detail. You got Hulk gritting his teeth, exerting pressure into just squeezing the crap out of Ironclad's hand. And then he goes, "See, that makes me curious. Are you metal all the way through, or is it squishy organs in a smooth, shiny shell? Let's find out." And so then he just starts squeezing his head, probably mashing his brain. I guess that means he really is just clad in iron, and he's got his thumb in his forehead right there. So Vector is the team leader, at least right now. For the UFOs, they are. He's panicking. Kind of takes a jab at the Hulk just to get him off Ironclad, and tells Vapor to turn into anesthetic to help Ironclad. But she's panicking too and doesn't listen. Turns into sulfuric acid to try and burn the Hulk. Then, as you can tell what he's about to do in this panel, really good grin right there. He just breathes her all in, gives it a good, with his good Hulk lungs, you know. And then Vector's like, "Nah, it's fine. That's the atmosphere on Venus. Give it time." And then I love this part. He just walks over calmly, you know, cool as a cucumber, over to Vector. He just looks up at him like that, and then bam, he just blows it all back onto Vector. It blinds him, it burns his eyes, and now Vapor wants to help, and she's turning into alkali to neutralize the burns. You know, very scientific. I like that. And Vector just panics and takes a swing. I couldn't tell if he blames Vapor for being the sulfuric acid that just blinded him, so he takes a swat at her, or he's taking a swat at Hulk. But thanks to his power, he swats him all the way over to where he's going to be now. And I thought that was kind of weird too, that Joe, he could have just abandoned the fight and leaped away himself, but instead he let Vector get in a hit so that he could travel that way. That was kind of weird to me, but whatever. Pretty much Vapor is on the phone with Gyrich, tells him that his guys were too slow, they neutralized the threat, but his guys took too long to come over. So he hangs up on her and has to swallow his pride and call the Avengers, which he doesn't want to do. That's what he should have led with. but he's the G-Man. And then it cuts over here. So they went from New Jersey to Manhattan, landed all the way to Manhattan, and I love this bit right here where I couldn't tell what that was at first, but that's the sidewalk where the Hulk landed, and he landed right in front of a bar, and then immediately goes inside the bar. I thought that if Joe Bennett really wanted to go in for the detail, he could have had, like, the sides of the doorway smashed, like, from the Hulk's shoulders walking through, but it's fine. It's called Ween's Bar or something. Which is a Easter egg. Len Wein, obviously great writer and editor. He had a really good run on The Incredible Hulk back on the day, most notably the issue that Wolverine first appeared in. That was Len Wein. And yeah, Joe is celebrating. He's going to have some beer, takes down a whole pitcher. You can tell he's freaking everyone out, and he makes a comment that it don't feel as good as it used to. That's great character development. Joe spent time in Banner's body. He's had to learn to be one of them. He's had to kind of relate to them now. So I thought that was really cool. Tells him that he wants whiskey, the good stuff. He says, the bartender's literally pouring two bottles of whiskey into a bucket so he can drink it, but is interrupted by Thor. Really good stuff right here. I love his dialogue. He says, "Then I shall have mead, as 'twas served in legend, from the broken skull of thine enemy." And he just chucks his hammer, hits Hulk right in the face, right under his chin. Total dick move. Thor's new look is really growing on me too. Of course, everything looks good when Joe Bennett draws it. Plus, as long as he has the winged helmet, I'm good. I'm game. So Thor's talking all fancy. He's pretty much telling Hulk to bow down to him. And the Hulk says that he still has a silver spoon lodged right up his, and then he gets cut off. He was clearly going to say ass. I love the use of the word lodged. It makes it sound extra insulty. And but then they start throwing down at the bar. He ducks the lightning, which I thought was funny. But he pretty much says, "Hey, I'm the Hulk, and the Hulk don't bow down for nobody. Not when I was weak, when I was stuck as Banner. Not when there was no hope at all. Not even when I was dead." And I thought that was cool. He starts beating up on Thor and hits him out of the window. And then there's the reveal that they're the Avengers. So the Avengers are here, and it's like, we're going to get the rematch. That was way back in Immortal Hulk issue 5 or 6 or something. That awesome issue where the Hulk was just beating up on the Avengers. And the thing, for me, if you're going to fight the Hulk, you can't beat him physically. Hulk is strongest when there is. To beat the Hulk, you got to pretty much outwit him or get him to turn back into Banner. If you take him on physically, you have to cheat if you have any hope to beating him, which they did back in that issue when they fought. Tony Stark called on some satellite death ray, and it blew up Iowa, and there was a lot of moral questioning if that was the right thing, the lengths that they had to go through just to neutralize the Hulk, and that was really cool. Back then, Captain Marvel was doing all the talking. Now I notice Black Panther is doing all the talking. I think currently Black Panther is the leader of the Avengers, and also She-Hulk. Man, I just wish they would make her look like how she used to, but she looks a lot better here than in the previous time that they fought, where she was just monstrous Hulk looking. But then Black Panther is telling Hulk, "We can't let your chaos go unchecked. Even with your strength restored, it is 7 against your 1. And then, but then they turn and realize that he's not alone. It is 7 against 2. The Red Harpy is going to be here to aid the Hulk this time. So I think they got this in the bag. Obviously, they can't blow up Manhattan. It's a civilian population, so they can't pull the same old crap that they did before. And Hulk basically won that fight by himself last time, so I really can't wait for the next issue. I don't even read these letter columns anymore. It's basically just all praise. But there's the cover for the next issue. It's the rematch. We finally get the rematch. It's going to be great. And, this was just a fun issue. I had fun on every page. Nothing was boring. Al Ewing, he didn't even show Banner and the leader down in the below place at all. So this was a really full issue. It was full. It made me feel very full, like a good meal. I had fun the entire time. And you know what? This really hit it on home to me that I am really going to miss Joe Bennett when this series is done. He definitely made a diehard fan out of me, and I would likely follow him to whatever project he has after this. So it made me sad at the same time. I'm sad I'm not going to be getting a regular dose of Joe Bennett drawing the Hulk with this series. But fun issue. Go buy it. Go down to your local comic shop and pick up this series if you haven't already. and support comic books so that manga isn't the only thing selling right now. This is a great series, and I had a lot of fun with this issue. Can't wait for the next one. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Please subscribe to the channel so you can so you don't miss my review of the next issue, because you know I'm going to review that. And comment below. Tell me what you think of the Hulk. Tell me how you think the fight with the Avengers is going to go. Thanks for watching. Bye.